The invisible strings, 5 dark psychology tricks used against you every day. You wake up, you check your phone, you buy a coffee, you agree to a favor for a coworker. You think you are the author of your own life, making independent, rational decisions. But what if you aren't? What if right now, invisible strings are guiding your actions, your purchases, and even your relationships? Welcome to the world of dark psychology. It is not about cartoon villains or mind control devices. It is about the subtle, everyday manipulation of human behavior. It is the science of exploiting cognitive biases, the glitches in our mental programming, to influence how we think and act without us ever realizing it. Today, we are going to expose 5 of the most common dark psychology tactics used against you by marketers, negotiators, and perhaps even the people closest to you. Once you see the strings, they can never control you again. The decoy effect. Have you ever wondered why there is always that one awkwardly priced option on a menu or a subscription page? It is not there to be bought. It is there to manipulate you into buying something else. This is known as the decoy effect or asymmetric dominance. When faced with 2 choices, we often struggle to decide based on value. But when a third strategically priced decoy is introduced, it changes our perception entirely. The decoy is designed to be slightly inferior to the most expensive option, making the expensive option look like an absolute steal. You think you are making a smart financial decision, but in reality, the choice was made for you before you even looked at the price tag. You were guided exactly where they wanted you to go. Trick 2. Strategic silence. In a conversation, silence is terrifying. Human beings are socially conditioned to fill the void. We hate awkward pauses. Dark psychology practitioners know this, and they use it as a weapon. It is called strategic silence. When a manipulator wants more information, a better deal, or simply to assert dominance, they will ask a question or make a statement and then stop. They will look you in the eye and wait. The pressure builds. To relieve the anxiety of the silence, the target will almost always start talking again, often revealing too much, making concessions, or backtracking on their boundaries. The next time someone goes quiet on you, recognize the tactic. Hold the silence. Let them be the one to break. Trick 3, the Ben Franklin effect. We assume that we do favors for people because we like them. But psychological research reveals a darker, counterintuitive truth. We actually start to like people because we do favors for them. This is the Ben Franklin effect, named after the founding father who famously used it to win over a political rival. It relies on cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort of holding 2 conflicting beliefs. If you dislike someone, but you agree to do them a small favor, your brain cannot handle the contradiction. To resolve the tension, your brain rewrites your feelings. I wouldn't help someone I hate, so I must actually like them. Manipulators use this by asking for small, easily granted favors, borrowing a charger, asking for a tiny piece of advice, to slowly build a false sense of rapport and compliance. They aren't asking for help. They are hacking your affection. Trick 4, gaslighting. The term has become a buzzword, but true gaslighting is one of the most insidious forms of psychological manipulation. It is not just lying, it is a systematic campaign to make a victim question their own memory, perception, and sanity. The manipulator will deny events that definitely happened, accuse the victim of being overly sensitive, or project their own bad behavior onto the target. Over time, the victim stops trusting their own mind and becomes entirely dependent on the manipulator's version of reality. It is a slow, methodical dismantling of a person's confidence. The defense? Document everything. Trust your gut. When someone consistently tells you that your reality is wrong, they are not trying to help you. They are trying to control you. Trick 5, artificial scarcity. We are biologically wired to fear loss more than we desire gain. This evolutionary survival mechanism kept our ancestors alive when resources were scarce. Today, it is weaponized against us daily through artificial scarcity. When we believe something is rare or time-limited, our logical brain shuts down and our primal reactive brain takes over. We stop asking, "Do I need this?" and start asking, "What if I miss out?" Marketers use countdown timers, limited edition drops, and exclusive invites to trigger this panic response. They manufacture a crisis to force a transaction. The next time you feel that sudden, desperate urge to buy or act immediately, take a breath. The scarcity is almost always an illusion designed to empty your wallet, empty your dark psychologies everywhere. It is in the ads you watch, the negotiations you enter, and sometimes the conversations you have with those you trust. But these tactics only work in the dark. They rely on your ignorance. By understanding the decoy effect, strategic silence, the Ben Franklin effect, gaslighting, and artificial scarcity, you have just turned on the lights. You can now see the strings. And while you cannot stop people from trying to pull them, you now have the power to refuse to dance. Which of these tactics have you noticed being used against you? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might help someone else recognize the signs. If you want to continue mastering the hidden rules of human behavior, subscribe and join us on the journey to true psychological independence. Stay aware and stay in control.